with Paul Schaefer and the band Born to Be Cheap. Please welcome Divine.
Shallow, wasn't born to be deep. With all the things, I was born to be cheap, cheap, cheap. I was born to be cheap, cheap. A child of motherhood, cheap, cheap. As sure as there's trash, I was born to be cheap. I was born to be crass, a loud, brassy tart.
Do you remember anything that your mother and grandmother talked to you about America?
It was all warnings. And I think a lot of folks of color get this from their elders, that unexplained warnings. And what my warning was, don't draw attention to yourself. You're already Vietnamese. That's one strike against you. And it's a precarious condition to step out into the world with one strike against you, and that your goal is to be invisible. That's very strange for a mother to tell a child, disappear. Go out there and disappear. And what I realized that they were trying to protect me. If you stay out of the limelight, you can get by, do your work, make a living quietly. And that's the greatest paradox between first and second generation, because the second generation wants to be known. We're here, we're proud, we want to honor our journey, but the elders tell us it's time to hide yourself in order to protect yourself. And that's the great conundrum of being an immigrant. And I think we don't have to solve that. We can honor both perspectives.
Do you remember, though, when you developed that yearning to be seen, to be known?
Right away. I remember being put in timeout. You know, I was 6 or 7. The teacher put me in timeout. And I was so invisible, she forgot about me.
Oh,
the students left. And I just sat there, you know, I'm sitting in the corner. And then she looked up, she was eating lunch. You know, she looked up for her macaroni salad and she said, "Oh my God, what are you doing here still?" And I thought, it's so easy for a small yellow child to vanish. That the hard work, the real work that requires innovation is to be known. And one of the best and most perennially powerful ways to be known is to be an artist.
And I wanted to talk very briefly about the sexuality in the novel. When it was mentioned to me by Max Porter, who his quote is on the back of your book, he said it's just got some great, full-on, beautifully described gay sex in it. He said this with such relish. And it really does. There's amazing descriptions of this sort of physical relationship, but it's quite complicated as well, because it's about power as well as it is about sort of the tenderness and discovery. Tell us a little bit about writing that.
I think what my desire was to make it relentless and to have it return. Often sex, gay or otherwise, is seen as a plot point. You build these characters towards it, and then there's almost a tension that's relieved, and then you move on. But it felt more faithful to me to return to it, that it's not a threshold. Because for queer bodies, we never got the conversation about the birds and the bees. We have to fail into pleasure. And that failure builds upon itself towards self-knowledge. That every time you fail, you learn something about yourself, and to find and harvest pleasure from one another. And so I wanted that internal crisis and that drama to be opened, and for the desire to be felt as weather in the book. And so sex returns again and again, not as something that they get over with, but something that they use to discover and learn about each other.
Don't you